It's done. Now let's go get our money before Sublight sees what a creepy dump this place is.
Chartrand is that scientist, right? From Cascadia?
Будет сегодня фильм посмотреть. Зря я, конечно, вкусняшек не купил. Надо будет сразу с премией 5000 снова отдать бабушке. Так, для финансового спокойствия ее. У меня еще 20 осталось. По деньгам должен как-то уложиться, плюс-минус.
Warning, intruders will be... Oh, it's you. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Мне интересно, как много я от игры прошел, потому что, как я понимаю, здесь всего 30 уровней у героя. У меня сейчас, по-моему, 22 или 23 уже. У меня уже скоро 24 уже будет. Когда?
Боже!
It's your party.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like
Вообще поторговать
have
для
a look.
хотел. Продать вот это говно. Чего? Это надо будет посмотреть. Ох, этот фильм.
Finally, a base of our own. I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too... Aside from the automated... I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage.
Вообще-то я прочел все заметки об этом. Почему? Зачем мне нужна проницательность, если я прочел кучу заметок на станции про это?
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to...
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and/or shooting.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? You took that better than I thought. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull. She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first... Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted. We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you... An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony. This key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down...
Только павших напарников у меня, конечно, не будет. Да, я его даже хочу брать. Я по основному сюжету игру толком не проходил еще. А уже 24 уровень, просто лол.
Huh? Oh. I am alert and
Я ничего не хочу
not to worry.
улучшать.
I take our ship's security highly seriously. Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Не пойму, что написано will need more, а следующее слово.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime. I'd clap you on the shoulder if I went behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those... If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, the chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists. I need you to steal as... If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will... Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the... Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree... Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the gold. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as... something about being discontinued due to severe adverse reactions. It's fine. You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold.
Он не завидует. Блять. Говно всё.
Your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
О,
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
вот отсюда нас спустили вот в такой вот капсуле. Ну да, по-моему, игра здесь начинается. Надо было, блин, побольше убеждения вкачать, конечно. Сейчас, если лететь, у меня ложь вроде на 100 за счет Ниоки. Ну хотя бы ложью будем спасаться, в случае чего.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Can
Почему я хотел с ним поговорить?
we talk? Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been... I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Whoa, let's calm down. I'm not asking for a favor or anything. I'm just suggesting we stop by. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise. But I worked so hard. I dropped the accent, picked up a swagger, developed a taste for Spacer's Choice. Huh. Well, I bet they won't. I bet they'll barely recognize me. Reconnect is a... And, I was... Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some bloodstains. Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. That's the idea. Anything?
Какая сучка.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you? Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes every... Yeah. You're looking to make contact with Minister... I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavy. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home and his guard. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it.
Ладно, я понял, что делать. А чё в смысле?
Okay.
Ничего интересного.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
Отстаньте. Сейчас мне небось...
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
Ugh. Decadence ain't gonna save you when beasts chew through the walls.
Наверное, квестов немерено.
All right, how does this sound? Sure. There's my parents' place. Smell that?
Красиво.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. There you go again, Captain. Always menacing, polite. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all the last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves in, right? Are you trying to make me look?
Marilyn, this
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. She's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
What vulgar company you keep, Marilyn.
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
That's the other problem.
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Hey! You're supposed to be on my side. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with... And what are you gonna do now that we're...
Yes, about that.
quietly. I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two.
That's it?
Don't.
Let's just get out of here, Captain.
Fine.
Let's talk outside.
У них реально нет ничего стырить.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold. Can you believe those? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday. I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father... I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug? Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big... Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her... I'm not hurt. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know? I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moonbase, or traps you in an airlock with an angry mantis worm. But I want to talk about me now. Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. But anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. Wait a second. I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. I'll make money without doing a thing. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. Maybe you could use some of your people skills. If that doesn't work, I'm...
You grew up in Byzantium, right?
Don't rub it
Нифига, почти
in.
25.
Oh, don't get all prickly. I just haven't met someone who left the high life on purpose.
I'm from there, but I'm not really from there, if you follow.
My dear fellow, you know...
That episode from a few weeks ago?
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Auntie Cleo's ketchup. Organic beef.
Нет, ну... На Фолбрук я сейчас не полечу. Увы.
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know our C&P.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Out with it, you wretched contraption.
This reminds me of... Oh, never mind.
Отличная идея. Вино провоцирует самокопание. Нужно сбалансировать водку. Да, делай то, что тебе нужно, я вообще не держу ни в коем случае. С чего?
Lab coats make me nervous. Experiments always go wrong. Always.